Welcome to the Restore It Ralph channel. This time we are getting dangerously close to getting this thing back together and on the road as a Turbo Dodge Dakota. I believe the final trim of the core support is done, got some paint on it. Time to put the intercooler back in. Stock battery tray fits in nicely, plenty of space, so I think that's good. Got some mild cleaning done on the timing cover, and I actually swapped out this pipe nipple for a shorter one, so that way I don't have quite the angle. This thing's kind of pointing down, and I don't want the oil return to pool up in there, so I think that's going to help a little bit. Still have plenty of room for a 45-degree AN fitting, and I think that's going to work out a little bit better. A little bit more cleaning and rattle can of black, and this thing will be ready to go on after the timing chain. This transition from the Chinese manifold to the Magnum water pump is going to be challenging, and that hose barb is probably not going to work. So what I ended up doing is I welded a big nut to the original hose nipple here, and I've just got done cutting the nut off of it and dressing it a little bit. So I'm going to see if that's going to help me get a better angle. This is the stock Magnum bypass hose, and I think it's got enough wiggle that I can make that work. So, all right, that works. Is it ugly? Kinda. I think that this tool will help me thread the bypass nipple back into the new intake. If you don't have the tool, make the tool. I should probably move that drain pan of coolant so I don't drop this tool right down in it. But I'm not going to. I'm going to drop it, and then I'm going to curse. I set the camera down so I didn't drop my tool. The intake is not bolted down yet, so I'm going to wait to get the final snug on that piece when the intake is bolted in, but that seemed to work. I bought this crank turning socket like years ago, and what's nice about it is the degree wheel basically spins and gets tightened underneath this nut. But what I use it for most of the time is just turning over an engine. Yes, you can put the big harmonic balancer bolt in there, but then you got to get it back out. And so this thing just slips over top of the keyway, and then you can move the engine over. That's what I'm going to use. I'm going to line up the dots and pull the timing chain off. This thing's got quite a bit of slack on it. As soon as I put a little tension on it, it'll probably live for a while, but while I got the cover off, I might as well do this. Lined up, torqued, check that off the list. Probably the next thing I'll do is pop the rocker arms off and pull the push rods out, clean them up a little bit, and then put my 1.7 Harlan Sharps on. I know there is some sludge up in this engine. It's not terrible, but it's like a 200,000 mile engine that I got out of a parts truck. So you know what? I'm not gonna worry about taking it apart and cleaning it. This engine's here for a good time, not a long time, so we'll go have fun with it. It is really tempting right now to put a new cam in this engine. I don't know if this thing warrants that. I don't know if I want to delay the build like a month or two to do that, because, you know, cams are expensive. I think I'm just going to throw my rockers on it. The 5.2 cam is a little bit hotter, and I don't know the health of this engine. The Diplomat had a rebuilt engine in it that I put together, and so I didn't feel bad about putting a new cam in it. This one, I don't know. It's a 200,000 mile engine. It would make sense to do it right now, but I don't think I'm going to. Got the push rods just wiped down, nothing big there. Just verified that they are clear through the center, because that's the way these Magnums oil the rockers. So just getting ready to tighten on my 1.7 rockers, so that should help a little bit. Putting a dab of assembly lube on the tips of the valves and push rods, and get this part back together. Got the intake gasket cleaned off. That wasn't too hard because I just did it a year ago. I think I'm going to install the distributor and the oil adapter in the back of the engine while the intake's off. Oh boy. got an oil pressure tee, so that way I can run the Holley oil pressure sensor and my turbo feed. I do not want that outlet pointing towards the intake. I think that'll be a pain in the butt. So very cautiously, keep turning this thing. If I gotta pull some of that Teflon tape off of there, I will, but I think I'm gonna be okay. Really don't like starting stuff with a wrench. I definitely prefer starting it by hand, so I know that I've actually started. This swivel nut is really tight on this line, so going pretty ginger. I'm pretty sure I got it started, so I could tie that up. I think I'll probably go up that way on the line, and I mean, it's going to be real close to my turbo anyway, so I think it'll be good. Okay, came loose. I was trying not to take the oil pump drive gear out. Wouldn't have been a big deal, but rather not. For this project, I've got a Holley dual sync distributor, just like I used in the Diplomat. So this will replace both the cam and crank sensors on the factory Magnum stuff. So that's why I gotta use this to run the Holley Terminator X. When I install this, I wanna make the crank and cam LEDs visible. So I'm gonna set the body of the distributor in that way. I'm gonna have my rotor pointing where it was. That lines up with this slot, which is actually pointing front to back on a Magnum engine whenever it's at top dead center. So this is not pointing at number 1 right now because we are lined up dot to dot. It would just be the opposite. All right. Now, if I remember correctly, the Magnum style distributor hold down, which obviously needs a lot of cleaning, I don't think it works. I gotta grind this little tab out of the center of it. I'm gonna look over on the shelf and see if I have just a regular small block one, but the bolt does not line up, I don't think. Yeah, just barely. So I'll just take a little bit out of there, should be good. Rather than hunt around, I just modified this one. It was easier to throw it on the grinder quick. Not going to worry about getting it super tight. Still have to actually sync it electronically when the harness is all hooked up, but that should get me for now. Stupid rain on the barn roof, but I'm out here cleaning bolts and getting ready to put the valve covers on. Last night, stayed up kind of late and wire wheeled all my valve cover bolts and got the valve covers on. Now, I used a wrinkle paint on these valve covers and they turned out pretty decent. I'd never used it before. Thought it looked pretty sharp. Hopefully it kind of matches the look of the carb hat and the overall vibe of the engine. Time to put this intake on. Let's see if I can get it on. Boy, these are so much lighter than the factory kegger. It's so nice. It's hitting. I gotta turn that oil thing just a little bit. Little things take a long time. Trying to get a bypass hose that's even acceptable. Don't love how it's kinked off, but I'm not really worried about it. I just don't want it to leak. Got the power steering pump and lines on, so that's good. And the timing cover's back on with the water pump. A little bit of progress, getting a lot done here today. Well, I've had this thing sitting on here for a month or something. I think it's time to bolt this thing in place. Yes, that's a good feeling. Now it looks like progress. I may end up taking some flat clear and hitting that carb hat so it matches the valve covers and the throttle body just a little bit better. Other than that though, I think this thing's looking slick. Started plugging some holes up on the intake. So I've got an intake air temp sensor plugged there. Some coolant temp sensor ones. I'm probably not going to hook up the factory gauges, at least for now. I got to figure out what all is going to work on this thing. Got the coolant temp sensor for the Holley Terminator in place. One thing I'm not super pumped on is the heater hose outlet. It's awful close to the distributor. I could maybe put a 45-degree in there and get it away, but I think it'll work for now. We'll see what happens. Got the alternator mount all back on and just rattle can black. I'm dreading putting the alternator on because it's pretty ugly, but I don't know if I feel like buying a new one right now just for looks. It works just fine. So we'll see what happens there. I think I'm just going to get it running first, and if it really bugs me, I'll replace it. Beginning the tedious process of wrapping the exhaust, and yes, it would have been way easier to do this while it was out, but now that it's in, I don't really feel like taking it back out to do this, so I'm going to be fighting against the core support here, but just working my way over and wrap this thing up. A lot of wrapping done. Got a piece of heat shield on the oil return hose there. I bought the wrong size, so I'm gonna have to get a little bit bigger piece there. But I think with the wrap in that area and the heat shielding, I think it'll be just fine. I'm okay with that. As soon as I actually finish welding the exhaust on that side, I'll pull that whole piece off and wrap it as well. Going through my belt collection here, this is a 6 rib when these take a 7. This is a, what size? 83 and 1/8. It's a little bit loose. I've got a 76 and 7/8, and that was way too tight. Got to take a look and see what else I've got laying around. That way I can get an idea of what belt I'm going to run on this truck. I was out here late one night and didn't film anything, but I actually put the 92 stock grill back in it with the sealed beams. I made a little chicken wire screen for this side. So that way when you come over to this side, it looks very similar. This is going to be my air intake. I'll probably put one of those turbo guards on the turbo so that way I don't suck in a bird. But other than that, I really like the look of the black eye, one headlight look on this truck. So pretty pumped with that, pretty sweet. This thing is getting close. Now there's still a bunch of little stuff to do. In addition to the wiring in the fuel system, I've got to go through and I've got to make a throttle cable bracket to hold that. I'm going to have to move over to an older style throttle cable, not the Magnum style. I still need to finish up some sort of exhaust. It's just dumping straight down right now. I need to get underneath and do another 90 degrees, go back towards the back of the vehicle, go into something, I don't even know what yet, and go from there. Overall, I'm really pumped with the progress on this thing. I think it looks pretty clean, even though it's in a junky old pickup truck, but that's okay. I like that. That's going to do it for this video. Got a lot of progress done on this truck. Now it's basically time to start wiring and making a fuel system. So after I do that, it won't be long before this thing's out terrorizing the streets. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Restore It Ralph channel.